You're listening to episode 19 of the Webinar Hustlers Entrepreneur Podcast.
Want to work less and sell more? Welcome to the Webinar Hustlers Entrepreneur Podcast, the podcast to help you scale up and take your business to the next level with webinars that sell for you. Each episode focuses on the money mindset, online marketing, and sales strategies to get you more leads and convert leads to sales, all with webinars. And now your host, business and webinar strategist, April Reed.
Hey, welcome back to the show. In today's episode, we're going to dive further into coming up with your webinar topic. Not only do we want to create a webinar topic, we want to make sure that it's hot and irresistible and something that our ideal audience is dying to want solved. So, in this episode, we're going to explain why it's important to even have an irresistible topic, the most lucrative topics you can have, because we want to make money, right? And how to come up with your topic ideas. Now, in an earlier episode, WHE 15, How to Start Planning Your First Webinar, I discussed the beginning stages of your webinar journey. I taught you how you can start planning your webinar with the end in mind and working your way backwards to come up with an irresistible topic. I talk about what it means to start planning your webinar with the end in mind, what you need to know to set your webinar goals, what kind of webinar topics you should avoid, and why you need to do market research. So be sure to listen to that episode as well to go along with this one to get a full circle idea on how you can come up with your topic. So why host a webinar? Well, webinars in the simplest definition are the best way to attract more of your ideal clients into one setting, one space, and make more money. It's like a speaking engagement, a speaking event where you don't have to go anywhere. Everyone in the building is there to listen to you, and they all have a common goal, and they're there to learn. So that's why I said, the sole purpose of a webinar is to attract more of your ideal clients. And the best part, you don't even have to get out of your pajamas and leave your living room. Although you may perform your webinar better if you go ahead and groom and get dressed to part. Just saying. Also, what webinars can do for you is get you known as an expert a lot faster. If you're just starting out and you're wondering, well, how do I become an expert if I'm new? Webinars are definitely going to get you there the quickest because when you have a webinar, people automatically feel like you're an expert on the topic that you're teaching. And I'm also just going to add that if you want to become an expert in a particular field and you're just starting out, that is very important to also niche down because getting specifically niched would definitely get you known in that field as an expert extremely quickly. Extremely quickly. Is that bad English? I don't know. But yeah, extremely quickly. And then when you add webinars onto that, it's like taking steroids. And lastly, webinars serve as the entry point to your signature offer. So think of your webinar as a high-ticket, low-end offer. I say low-end because it's free. Well, it's kind of free. You're still asking people to register and give up their time, their most precious resource. You can always make more money, but you cannot get time back. So this is a low entry offer where you can lead them to your signature offer or maybe even a medium offer. But you can't have all that unless you have an irresistible topic, something that people want to attend your webinar in the first place. So when you have an irresistible topic, you're going to attract a lot of your ideal clients to attend the webinar. So if your ideal clients want to lose 30 pounds and your webinar is going to help them lose that first 10, everybody on your webinar probably want to lose those first 10 pounds. So it attracts a lot of the same people all in one area, just like when I was talking about the speaking engagement. And since you are using a topic that you have identified as something that they want, it's going to motivate them that when you pitch your offer at the end, they're going to be more inclined to purchase. And lastly, you started this business to serve. So you're serving your audience by giving them exactly what they want. They want to lose, in this example, if you are a health coach, they want to lose 10 pounds, and your webinar is going to show them how to do just that. Now, you can do a webinar on just about any topic you please. The possibilities are endless, but I found that if your topic falls under one of these 3 mega niches, there's a higher probability that your topic will be very lucrative. Okay, so what are the 3 mega niches? They are money and finance, relationship, health and beauty. So money and finance is 1. I kind of lump those 2 together. Relationship is number 2, and health and beauty is number 3. And in no particular order, it's just 1, 2, 3. But I'm not saying money and finance is number 1. So what are some examples that would fall under money and finance? Well, such as being a career coach and you're helping people find 6-figure jobs and helping them with their resume, or a business coach and you're helping people leave their 9-to-5 and start their own business. Or you are a finance coach and you help people learn how to invest and create their investment portfolio or get out of debt. Really good topics that would fall under relationship would be helping people to find love, get married, survive a divorce, survive an affair, find a companion, make friends, and maybe they need to even learn forgiveness to forgive someone that has hurt them pretty badly. Good examples of topics that would fall under health and beauty would be, as I've already mentioned, how to lose 10 pounds, how to get healthy, how to apply on makeup, how to create better style in your business. So maybe you're a style coach. And I will even go on to say that how to create routines that keep your home clean would fall under this category as well. When I think of cleaning, I think of health. Keeping a clean home and a clean environment is definitely healthy. Okay, so as long as your topic falls under either money and finance, relationship, health and beauty, the hard part is greatly reduced because you have a topic that the industry has already claimed that they want to know more of. Now, if your topic does not fall under one of those 3 categories, it doesn't mean that your topic is not going to make money. It doesn't mean that when you go into your offer, you're not going to be able to sell your product. It just means you might have to work a little harder to make the connection why they need your thing. But by any means, I'm not saying that if it doesn't fall under those 3, that your topic is not going to be irresistible or anything like that. I truly believe that there is a market for everything. You just have to find them. Now, sometimes it can be very, very hard to decide on which topic you actually want to use for your webinar. And I'm going to say, when choosing your topic, yes, you're going to address pain points or a highly, highly desirable result. It's going to make it way easier for you to present your topic if, number 1, you're passionate about it. Do you have to be passionate about a topic to go out there and give your gifts to the world? Of course not. Do you have to be passionate about your topic to have a successful webinar? Of course not. I'm just saying that it will be easier and people will be able to hear the passion in your voice, because to sell on a webinar, the ebb and flow of your talk has to be enticing. And you have to engage your listeners. You have to bring them into your story and into why they're smart to be on your webinar in the first place. And if you're passionate about what you're talking about, it's like you're not even going to have to try, because as you're talking about your zone of genius, you're getting naturally excited. Now, I'm going to go on to say that it'll also make it easier at the end for your audience to purchase your service or your thing if you've done your ideal client profile, which is basically taking a moment and thinking about someone who fits the closest to your ideal client or dream client. You know, what is this person's demographic and what are their number one pain points? What keeps them up at night? What are their dreams? What are their guilty pleasures? And what's their story? Why do they need you? Why are they seeking you out? And basically, you're just jotting down a fairy tale of a description of your ideal client so that when you get on the call with him or her, or when you see this person in the Facebook group, or when you see this person on your webinar, or when you see them locally face to face, you can point them out and you know exactly that that is your ideal client and that you can help them. This is a gift within itself to be able to identify when someone is your soulmate, your dream client, so that you're not offering your services to just anybody and potentially hearing no after no and I can't afford it. So you want to have this customer profile. And in this customer profile, you want to include that you're picking a group of people that have the ability to pay and the willingness to pay. Because sometimes a person can afford something, but they don't want it. For instance, I can buy sushi, but I don't want sushi. And then the other way around. Sometimes your potential client will really, really want your service, but they honestly can't pay. And I don't mean they tell you they can't afford it and then they turn around and buy something more expensive and clearly they could have afforded it. I mean, I'm talking about people who really, really can't afford it. No matter what they do, they just can't afford it. So being careful that you're not attracting people who, even though they're interested with what you have to say and they really want to work with you, but at the bottom line, we don't want people that have to get a second home equity line of credit just to work with you. I'm sorry, I'm against that. And maybe you disagree. I know there are some that may feel, you know what? It doesn't matter if I take out a second home line of credit, because as long as I can make this business work, I can pay it back within 60 days. And hey, if that floats your boat, that floats your boat. But I'm definitely not going to accept anybody into my coaching program if I hear that's their plan. And it's not to say anything bad about my coaching program. I just don't like that idea of putting your family on the line, your husband or your children, and sacrificing and making decisions for other people for a particular dream. I'm sorry. I mean, there's other ways, but that's not one. Okay. Maybe you disagree. I don't know. But anyway, moving on. So lastly, I want to talk about how to come up with your webinar topic ideas. And again, if you go to episode 15, WHE 15, which I will provide in the show notes, or, here's an easy way to get to it, www.aprilreed.com/15. I go through some of these ways, but you're going to hear them more here on how to come up with your topic in the first place. So there's passive research, what that is just getting information from the horse's mouth, so to speak, without actually talking to the horse. So it's keeping your ears to the ground in Facebook groups. It's going to these Facebook groups and typing in help, need help, struggling, how to, and other terms that mean I need help with a particular topic in the search field and looking up all those posts where people are asking for help and seeing, okay, which questions are coming up over and over and over again that I could potentially create my webinar topic around. And while you're at it, jot those questions down because those questions could be Facebook Live topics, blog post topics, podcast topics. You get the idea. You can also go to Amazon.com and look at the Amazon reviews on books and other products that resemble your product. So again, I'm going to use health as an example. So if you're a health coach and you help people lose weight, you can look up other books on losing weight, or you can look up products such as dumbbells or certain weight loss medications and read those reviews as well. You don't always have to just look at books. Or maybe you are a dog groomer. And so you can go to Amazon and you can look up books on dog grooming. Here's something. You can also look up books on just pets in general that have nothing to do with grooming. And it's really just to get inside your customer avatar's mind. Like, what products would somebody who's looking up dog grooming, what other products might they purchase? And seeing the reviews in there to get a full picture of what your ideal client is struggling with. Now, my favorite thing to do when I'm looking up blog content, podcast content, and my webinar topic passively is to go to YouTube and search the videos there and rank them from the most popular and capture those topic ideas. You literally have the World Wide Web telling you what topic they feel is the most important, is the most irresistible in a particular category. Right there. All you have to do is just click on most popular. Now, my most favorite thing to do, and it's not passive research, it's actually active research, is getting people on the phone and asking them right out what they're struggling with. And when you're asking this question, I want to let you know that you want to get pain points that they want solved today. Sometimes a person will tell you what they're struggling with, and it may necessarily be their number one pain point, but their desire to fix it may not be as strong. You know, this comes to mind with people who work in corporate America and they make pretty good money. They're already making six figures at their job and they like their job. Yeah, it's a little boring, but it's okay. They always wanted to start a business and they booked a discovery call with you to see if you can help them or not. But they're not hurting for money. It's not like this business has to be created yesterday. It's not like if they don't create this business, they're going to starve and their children's going to starve and their light's going to be shut off. So to them, it may not necessarily be anything that they're willing today to drop $10,000 for your coaching. So not to say that they're not, but you just want to make sure that you're finding those group of people who need your service right now. Now let's flip that around. Versus somebody who lives in corporate America, they go to work every day and maybe they show up every day late. And the reason they show up late is they just hate going to work. Every time the alarm comes on, they hit snooze after snooze after snooze. They don't get their clothes ready the night before because they're not motivated to go to work in the first place. So every morning is just a rush. They dread going into work. They only do the bare minimum of their job to not get fired. And maybe their boss knows this, or their boss is always writing them and micromanaging them and it's all up their butt. And so they can't stand their boss. They can't stand their job. And their job just doesn't fulfill them anymore. And they don't know what they're going to do. They kind of feel like they'll probably get fired in 6 to 12 months if A, they don't quit, or B, they won't snap out of this rut that they're in and start working and being an overachiever in their job. But they know they don't want that to happen. So it's just draining them emotionally, and they feel like there's something dying inside of them, and they don't know where to turn. They don't know what to do, but they know this isn't it. This isn't it. And they're not happy. Can you see the difference there? Now that's someone, if they wanted to start a business, even though they make 6 figures at their job, they're ready for something different. They're going to die inside if they have to stay at that job one more minute, or at least that's how they feel. Can you see the difference where someone who feels like that would want your service? And whatever you're providing your clients, you have to look at your potential ideal client in that way. So I may coach parents how to have a better relationship with their kids. Well, for the most part, most parents want to have better relationships with their kids, but not most parents are at a place where they're willing to do anything about it, because maybe their relationship isn't that big of a deal. Like, yeah, I could be a little bit closer, but it's not like we're cussing each other out. So whatever your niche is, whoever your target market is, you want to dig deep and dive into, okay, of this larger group of people, these nurses, if you're targeting nurses, or these busy moms, or these stay-at-home moms, or these CEOs, or these marketers, of this larger group of people, what specifically in this larger group of people need my services the most? Of all these married men, who particularly need my services the most? Of all these married women, who particularly need my service the most? Is it married women who are overweight and going through a divorce? And so now you know they're going to need your health program because they want to be like Mama June and go from not to hot, and they want to make their ex jealous. And so they just have to get back into shape. They have to love themselves, feel good about themselves. Can you see how your thinking transforms? Can you see how you're taking your target market and making it smaller and getting more refined and more particular into who needs your services right now, like yesterday, versus, oh, well, that would be nice, but, I don't really need to do anything right now. It makes a huge difference. And when you're talking to these people, they get it. They get it. And when you're talking to these people, they are automatically drawn into what you have to offer. You don't have to convince them, which I'm not about convincing anybody anyway. So sorry, ran into a little tangent there. So yeah, we were talking about active market research. So get them on the phone, figure out what they're struggling with, and then find out who of those particular people in your target market need your services the most. And as I suggest, I would talk to a minimum of 3. 1 isn't a great picture. 2, you could have 2 different answers. So I would say a minimum of 3. I like the number 5. And if you really want to knock it out of the park, 10 or more. But don't let the market research hold you down if you only get 3. If you want to do more, but move toward your business. Take action once you have those 3. And then you can always do the other 7 market research interviews as you go along. I just want you to take action. I do. I really do. I can't tell you how much time has been wasted in my own business because of procrastination and fear and playing business instead of having a business. It's a terrible feeling. It's a terrible feeling to look back and just be like, wow, I really wasted a lot of time. I could have been so much farther ahead by now, but I don't really like thinking about that. I'm just trying to move forward, and I want you to move forward, and I want you to take action. Hey, let that be your 2018 word of the year, action. Okay, so that just leads me to my closing of just do it. So I want you to go through each of these steps, make sure your topic is passionate. Think about your target market, who in that target market has the ability to pay and the willingness to pay and need your services like yesterday. Which one of the mega niches does your topic fall underneath? So it's kind of like a checkpoint, like, yeah, I got a lucrative topic. Woohoo! And use the passive and the active market research to finalize a topic idea and then just go out there and test your topic out. You don't have to go out there and build an entire webinar on your topic, though you can. You definitely can. And even if you get 3 clients on your webinar, you can get feedback. But if you don't want to do that, then do a Facebook Live. Do a Facebook Live on your topic and see what kind of feedback that you get. Bottom line is I just want you to take action. Fabulous. Okay, so now you come up with your hot topic, and I am excited because I have a new freebie for you. And it's basically an upgrade from my old freebie, but I've added a lot more check boxes because it's a checklist to kind of help you figure out your irresistible topic. It goes into a lot of the points that were discussed today. So hop on over to www.abrareed.com/20 and grab that freebie. And actually, you can just go to www.abrareed.com/webinar topic, and that would get you the freebie as well. Okay, so next week, we're going to talk about creating your webinar client generating title, because your topic attracts people to attend your webinar, but your title, your result-oriented title, draws them in to find out a lot more about the topic at hand. What pulls them in. What pumps the brakes. It's like, wait, huh? What? A real catchy, good title? So be here next week and we'll dive right into your title and how exciting you're going to have your topic and your title. And we're going to get this webinar created together, right? Let's do it. Okay, bye.
Thanks for listening to the Webinar Hustlers Entrepreneur Podcast at www.aprilreed.com.